6:30 p.m. June the 11th, 2015. As you can see, the mayor is not here tonight. My name is Ernest Gay. I am the mayor pro tem. I'll be running the meeting tonight for you. First off, we'll start off with a roll call. Joel Ortega.
Present.
David Tremblay.
Here.
Myself, Ernest Gay, I'm here. Mickey Ball.
Here.
And Doug Tomasini.
Here.
Okay, we do have a quorum listed tonight. If we get y'all to stand for a short invocation and pledge.
We have no flags.
Lord, we just thank you for this time we come here today and discuss the matters of the city, and that you would just lead each one of us to decide what is best for the city, and also, Lord, just to help us and make our city prosper in your name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. In case y'all are wondering, the reason we are outside is because there is a mold issue on the building inside. And it has gotten rather extensive. It goes from one end all the way to the other. It's crawling the ceilings. So I didn't think it was safe for us to be, or healthy for us to be in there. It's probably safe, but not healthy. So anyway, meeting is outside tonight. Next item on the agenda is citizens to be heard. I've got two on the list here, starting with BJ Gillespie.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about the garbage pickup thing.
Okay.
I had called Tiger Sanitation, who I've used for years, a week or so ago, just to find out what the cost of the big roll-off bins, I think it's 40 square yards they hold, to see if maybe some of the community members could get together and do something like that. Well, it's like close to $700. But when I was talking to the young lady that runs that department, she said it's normally cheaper for a city to do it. And so we got to talking, and I expressed even though I'm a customer of theirs, and even if Tiger Sanitation was picked by the city as to have the contract with, I would still kind of object to it. I think you're messing with free enterprise. Also, the residents don't have a choice as to who to use. And she said, well, we've got two small cities that are contracted with us that have contracts with two companies. And she says, as a matter of fact, Seguin has contracts with 3 garbage pickup companies. So the city still gets the franchise taxes, and the residents still get a choice. Free enterprise is alive and well. So I hope the city council, when you're looking into that, you'll consider that. And also, I was looking at another city's garbage contract. I won't even mention who it is. In their you know who it is. In their contract, surprise, surprise, the city gets free garbage pickup. I would hope that Sandy Oaks would kind of steer clear of that. And I've talked to a couple of people who live in that little town, and there's been, discussion about where I think there's 3 or 4 bins that the city gets, and there's been complaints about where those bins are placed because they don't have a city hall, and one of them happened to be at one of the council members' homes. But so I would hope that would be a consideration for y'all. And the cost of garbage pickup for the city, especially the way it is now, would be so minimal. I think it would be a good investment just to avoid that conflict and that accusation of y'all are getting something free and we're paying.
Well, that item is on the agenda, and we will be discussing it later, and I'll bring up a few of those issues that you have there on the letter that I have going out to several of the garbage companies.
Because we were led in the past to believe that no, you gotta pick one company, and they're like I said, the city of Seguin has 3, and some other cities have at least 2.
I can assure you, I'm not wording it to where we will try to get something exclusive.
Good, thank you.
Okay, next one we have on our list is Santiago en Encarnacion.
That's me. I'm all right.
You're okay? All
Yeah,
right.
I'm all right. That's the same issue that she had.
Okay. No, all right. Okay, well, that makes it pretty easy. Okay, item number 4 on our agenda, the financial report, please. Our city clerk, Charlotte Robb, can you please explain to us what we've had, what we spent, and where we're at the moment?
Our beginning balance on February the 26th was a check from CPS for $25,224.24, less the payables, $10,273.25, plus an additional deposit from CPS on May the 22nd of $21,579.91, with leaving us a balance of $36,530.90. I got one bill in today in the mail from Wilson County for the newspaper for $111.20. So that's the only outstanding.
Okay.
What did we do in the newspaper?
We posted the last 4 ordinances.
Oh,
And we got all 4 of them done for 100 and...
Yeah, I gotta make sure they did it right.
Okay.
I just got it this afternoon. I just opened it and saw the amount. Then when I looked at the last one, I was like, I don't know. I gotta make sure I.
yeah, well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
questioning, because that's a huge savings over what
Yeah.
we had before. I mean, that's just astronomically different. Okay.
so when you say the last 4 ordinances, do you remember which ones those were?
The master fee, the master fine, anything that had to do with the fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Charlotte. Okay.
And just one correction on here. The check to Martinez Devara Law Firm, that should read 8/11 through 9/13 of 14, yes?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now, most of you probably saw that there was 2 agendas put up there. One of them was an amended one that I put up Monday evening, and that's the one that we're going by here tonight. We are probably going to go out of order on some of these, because some of these folks in here that are going to speak would like to do that at the beginning of the meeting. Doug, you had one that was on here,
Yeah.
from the tax assessor collector?
No, it's Alma Perez.
Oh, that's going to be the CDBG grant.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way she doesn't have to sit through all this.
Fine. Oh, there we go. Number 10, the Community Development Block Grant, Alma Pettis. Okay, Alma, are you here? Okay, if we can go ahead and go to item number 10. Go ahead, yes.
I was called by Alderman Tomasini to call our office. I'm from Bexar County. My name is Alma Bettis. I am the Community Development and Housing Division Manager. And so we got a phone call from Alderman Tomasini asking us for Bexar County to come out and give the City Council an update on their CDBG application that was submitted, and to go over our program requirements just so that the city would be prepared on the next steps for participating with the CDBG program. So thank you all for inviting us, and we hope to make ourselves accessible so that we can answer any questions that the City Council may have tonight. But we prepared a small PowerPoint just for your review and reference for later. And it gives a brief overview of the program just in general. And it gives an overview that the CDBG program is federally funded from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. This program is designed to assist our local jurisdictions develop viable communities by providing decent housing, suitable living environments, and expanding economic opportunities for low-income persons. Annually, Bexar County receives approximately $2.1 million in CDBG funds to address the county needs. Every 3 years, Bexar County is required to ask the surrounding cities to participate in the CDBG program. This allows the county to meet the required 200,000 population threshold and allows the participating cities to request program funds for their community needs. And this is what the city has done, and I believe that it was approved on June the 1st. So on June the 1st, the city elected to participate with Bexar County in their CDBG program. On July the 21st, Commissioners Court will approve the city's cooperative agreement for participating in the county's 2016 to 2018 program years. On July the 24th, Bexar County will submit all documentations to HUD for their approval. And on August the 14th, we are anticipating that HUD will provide the county with a satisfactory letter that they are approving the city's cooperative agreement with the county. And that's just to summarize the renewal process for the city. With regards to the application that was submitted, and this is just to recap for the city, every January and February, Bexar County will host public hearings in every precinct. And at that time is where the county requests applications for CDBG applications. That's every January and February. In June, Commissioners Court approves the preliminary selection of all projects that were submitted and recommended. On June the 2nd, Commissioners Court preliminary approved the city's infrastructure master plan that was submitted in the amount of $75,000. Bexar County is required to allow a 30-day comment period for the public to respond to those preliminary recommendations. That date will end July the 6th of 2015. All public comments that are received from the county will be reviewed by Commissioners Court for their final selection that will occur July the 7th of 2015. On August the 15th, Bexar County will submit their action plan to HUD. It's a requirement. And this plan just identifies all the activities that were proposed for the 2015 CDBG program. With regards to your project timeline, if the city's infrastructure master plan is approved, key date is July the 7th, then the county will begin to prepare all their environmental reviews. That's a requirement for the program. In October, the city can expect that the county will enter into an agreement with the city in order to begin the infrastructure master plan that they have applied for. During the months of October to December, Bexar County will begin to request for RFQs to select the engineer for that project. In January, the selected firm will begin the infrastructure master plan, and then we are anticipating that would be a 90-day completion for that plan. And to summarize the city's next steps, important key dates to remember would be before July the 6th, the city is recommended and encouraged to submit letters of support for their project that they submitted back in January. Those letters of support again will be reviewed by Commissioners Court for their final selection that they will make on July the 7th. Attend Commissioners Court on July the 7th so that the court can see that you're present. And then a reminder to do not forget to attend Commissioners Court on the 21st. Again, that will be for approval of your cooperative agreement with the county. And then just be expecting that our staff will be contacting you. You will receive multiple letters of correspondence from us identifying all the upcoming dates. We'll give you 2 weeks in advance notice to make sure that you don't forget those important dates. But behind that PowerPoint, I kind of gave you an outline of what's expected. Just to summarize, those are all the important dates that the city needs to keep in mind so that way you do not forget those dates. But that's kind of where we stand with your application, and if you have any questions, we're here to answer them.
Okay, important dates for us is we need to have somebody in Commissioner's Court, and I take it this is going to be the one downtown at Nelson Wolf's office?
That is correct.
Okay.
So
at
that's
courthouse?
July the 7th.
And the 21st?
21st.
Okay, so we need to have people make sure we get those dates.
And then last item would be letters of support before July the 6th.
What exactly is?
A letter of support could be from citizens, could be from your city council, but it's a brief letter that tells the commissioners, thank you for recommending my project. You know, we ensure that this is going to be a good project, and we want you to continue to recommend our project come July the 7th.
Okay, and that gets also submitted to the Commissioners Court?
That gets submitted, on the letter that we sent you, it gives you our address. I will leave my business card again,
Okay.
just to make sure that you have our address, but it's gonna go addressed to my division, and then my division then is responsible to forward all those, letters of support to all commissioners, staff, and including the judge.
All right. Okay. Pardon?
Yeah, plan that was submitted.
I have I have a copy of the original application that was submitted, yes. Yeah. I don't know if y'all have tweaked that since then or not. But
We have not.
Okay.
Exactly how it was submitted is what we have on file.
yeah, okay. Sure, yeah. I can email all of you a copy of it. Yeah, you
Great,
bet.
thank you.
And we can do that as well if you like. Make sure everyone has it. copy of
Okay,
it.
yeah. Yeah, and just basically, we need to get a few of our citizens and some of the council members. It'd be nice if we had more than just council members
Absolutely.
writing and giving a thanks and telling them they support this CDBG grant. So this is real important.
Where does it need to be sent to?
It's going to be sent to 233 North Pecos.
North
Suite-
what?
Pecos.
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 PCOS,
Pecos.
Suite 590, 78207, San Antonio, Texas.
590,
590.
78,
207.
207.
okay.
At
And to your attention?
Yes, Alma Bettis. And I will leave everyone my card.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Ellen.
And if you will, that link I sent you? Oh, yeah. If you'll watch that,
Okay,
you'll see
jump
what
back up to
Couples-
item number 5, conduct the swearing in of the city marshal, Jesse Gutierrez, that was submitted by Bald and Tremblay. Is Jesse here today? All right, hello, Jesse. All right, let's see if I can find all these paperwork. I get you to come up.
Brought a copy too if you need an extra.
Oh, okay. I made sure I printed extras, and I got them on some pretty paper too, so.
Oh,
Well,
in color.
pretty too?
believe me, I had some paper in there that was like that, kind of yellowed, and no, that doesn't look very professional. If I don't close this up, I'm gonna lose every bit of it, aren't I?
Probably.
You need to put something on.
Now, Cassandra, is there anything that you need to do with this, or I just need to administer the oath to him?
No, once, if he submitted the statement of officer,
Oh, I've got that for him right here.
that goes, thank you very much, that's first, and
Thank you.
then the oath.
This is the first one, this is the statement to the officer.
And that doesn't need to be read out loud. This needs to be
Oh, to pass them around?
I'll need to read it and.
One for you, one for you, one for
That is a
you.
true statement.
And would you pass those two over?
Oh, he gave us one too.
Yeah,
Yes.
they go in my, this is my little
Yeah,
card
that way
file.
he's got one that he can read from. Yeah. I'm gonna read you this, and then we'll
Mosquitoes are
sign
eating my
it.
ankles.
You can give it. Charlotte, does it have to be
Mosquitoes are eating my ankles.
You
announced
read
in the
and,
paper?
I
No,
thought about wearing socks.
okay.
you read and repeat it.
Yeah, he'll repeat, yes. Okay. You ready? Okay. You raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Jesse Gutierrez,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the duties
that I will faithfully execute the duties
of the office of City Marshal
of the office of City Marshal
for the city of Sandy Oaks
for the City of San Diego,
of the state of Texas,
State of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability preserve,
and to the best of my ability preserve,
protect, and defend the Constitution
protect, and defend the Constitution
Will
and
you
the
get a
laws of
picture
the
of
United
that, by the way?
States
and the laws of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
All right. Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I still like my phone.
Did
I get it?
In blue, right? And I need to sign the bottom of it, correct?
We already got some stickers at home, we're just gonna paste it on it for,
Oh, that's before.
yeah, me and the kids have already moved, so, you know, we can just,
Make this photos.
yeah.
There you go. And you have
City Marshal,
Oh, yeah.
who's the law?
They're numbered.
Who's gonna be the law for this?
Yep, then we're gonna take a
And
look.
recording these and I use them like
wish I had the money to buy him one.
I've been upstairs.
There's one, I seen one laying on the street the other day.
I've got one, but it says retired on it.
He's tired of it.
Well, okay.
Well, he's got one, but it says City of Floresville.
Yes, we're gonna have to work on getting him a city marshal badge, you're right.
Yes.
Oh, this is your copy.
Yeah, we'll get Mark over
He's making it cold. Like one I was birthday.
Where do you buy a badge?
Spray painted gold.
Okay.
Next time I'm at Walmart,
We
I'll
can
go
get
to
some
the little
stuff from-
machine.
Oh, you're terrible. Jesse, did you hear what she said
Mickey,
about
what are
you?
you doing?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I'll come see you Sunday.
Okay, our next item on the agenda, item number 6.
Yes, sir. Those are extra.
Establish procedures and deadlines for the November 2015 City of Sandy Oaks City Council elections for expiring council positions. Basically, those are Alderman places 1, 3, and 5. That was submitted by Ball and Trembling. I believe that Cassandra sent me,
It should be in there. I think that's it.
there we go, all right. Now, one of the things that I was wanting to ask you on this, Cassandra, is establishing a type of procedure like, in the event that we have a sitting councilman at some time in the future that decides they want to run for another office such as mayor or something. Is it a requirement that they have to resign, or can we make it a requirement they don't have to?
They don't have to resign, they just can't run for both offices at the same time.
Both offices.
But if their term isn't expired yet, they would have to
Right.
then step down.
Right.
Take over.
And the reason I asked that was because the mayor's election and the alderman, they are staggered. Some of them are staggered. And one of the things that I was reading in there said that if we lose one council member, the council can appoint a replacement.
Yes.
If we lose 2, we must hold an election.
Yes.
And that becomes very expensive.
Yes.
So, okay. Mr. Tremblay, Ms. Ball, did y'all have something that you wanted to add to this? Or I know we've got the deadlines here that Cassandra gave us.
Yeah, I'd looked through the deadlines, and I do have a question for Cassandra on the very first item. I couldn't determine if we are held to the July 25th or the June 25th date for posting.
When I looked, we're held to the June 25th one,
Okay.
to meet the other requirements, the August 21st, and then the actual
Okay.
election.
And so this posting is just a notice of a date to accept applications, is that correct?
Yeah, it's a notice of the positions that will
Be up for election.
be up for election, and then the deadline to post for the applicants.
And, okay,
And the Secretary of State's website has all these forms
Right.
that the city can use, and so
Okay.
they're there containing all the language. that-
Notify the county elections.
Yes.
Yes.
yes, that's in here.
Pretty much in that deadline.
Yes.
Yeah,
Basically, that's what we need to.
Yeah.
that was one of the items that I was wondering and had contention on there was the last day to order the general election is on August the 24th, and that is also the last day to file for a place on the general election ballot. And you
Right.
say by 5 p.m. I believe that is the exact same time that Jacqueline Callanan has for her deadline for us to get the information to her, isn't it?
I don't know what the deadline is, but it would be best to order before.
I was going to
sooner
say,
the
better.
we should have ours at least a day ahead of what her deadline is.
Yeah, like whenever the August city council meeting would be, I would recommend ordering it then. Ordering the
Oh,
election.
okay.
For the sake of the June 25th deadline.
Well, the June 25th deadline would be something that the city secretary would just post. It doesn't really need to be something that the council needs to.
We don't need to approve it or anything
No,
like
I mean,
it.
we can establish these deadlines, approve these deadlines, or, and they're just the Secretary of State's deadlines.
Right.
And then Charlotte can go forward and post the notice. But then the ordering of the election will need to be something the council does.
Okay, so what she needs to do is just post something that says that we're going to take applications beginning July 25th.
Yes.
June 25th.
No.
Oh, sorry, you're right,
Yeah,
you're right, you're right.
July 25th, we'll begin taking names for people that want to be on the ballot.
County, we're not taking applications.
No, we are
Oh,
taking
we
the
are
counties.
taking, we are taking the
take the
applications.
applications.
County does not take our applications anymore.
Like the last time, it's.
No, we
Yeah.
don't go down to Callahan's office. We do it, we
Yeah.
have to have it set up where somebody.
Within the city.
Yes.
Within the city, so when the election is called, it's in conjunction with the county election.
Correct.
Yes, it is.
That's the part about filing with the county. Yeah,
County's preparing the ballot.
correct.
Yes.
Yes.
That's why they have a deadline that we have to have the information to them.
So we don't have necessarily, that's the only thing I have to mention. I don't want to miss the boat or anything.
Right.
Yeah,
right, right,
exactly.
right.
Yeah, no.
So before June the 25th, we just have to have something posted. So
Website?
Yes.
Well, that was my question, is where are we going to post?
Usually supposed to go in City Hall. So if this is our meeting place, I would recommend posting here, outside, and then on the website.
Okay.
Wilson
put it on.
County doesn't need to go on newspaper.
Excuse me?
The newspaper?
The newspaper as well.
Okay.
Okay.
is there a special way that has to be worded, or?
Yeah, there's a form on the Secretary of State's website that words it, and it lists
Right.
all the
Positions?
position, and then the date that it's due, the date of the election, the deadline that they must file, and it's just a standard form that has the minimum requirements, and then we can add things if we feel we need to add them.
Okay.
Is that where you would, I don't know if anybody wants to do this, is that where you would say that any person running for city council would have to be living in the city for?
Those
Two.
are already in the statute.
That's already in there.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Already in
So Charlotte needs help with it. She can deal directly with it.
Yeah, I have the notice. I didn't bring it, but I do have the notice.
Will they have the applications at the Secretary of State's
The actual applications are on the Secretary of State's
Yes,
website.
they are.
And it lists, the position that they're running for, the entity or the government, the body that they're running for, the position, and it's
Same
found there,
applications
too.
that we filled out.
It
when we
could be
did it.
something that we
that's where
list
they
in the
go.
notice, the Secretary of State form number.
to let them know where they can pick up an
Yes.
application?
And then they would file everything would be filed with Charlotte.
This Monday, August 24th, last day to file for place on the general ballot, can we make our last day to file before that date, or does it have to be that date?
No, it needs to
could
be
be.
that date, and that's by statute.
Okay,
Just because it corresponds with the November 3rd
okay,
election date.
gotcha, okay. So we will accept application, or somebody application to be on the ballot all the way up until 5 PM August 24th.
Yes.
If they come in at 5:01, too bad. All right.
So is it acceptable that I take this and go ahead and post it on the website?
I think so, or you can just attach
The link
Yes.
to it? Okay.
And it's with the May election dates too, and then the November one is at the
Right.
at the bottom.
Yeah.
And the city or the Secretary of State's office, the elections division told me they'd be updating this, but I don't know what is going to be updated, especially since we have a June deadline.
Okay.
All the other deadlines seem to be what we need to follow.
Okay. And by posting the link, then it'll always be current then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now, as far as our establishing the procedures, like somebody does not have to resign their position to run for another position, does that have to be in the form of a resolution or an ordinance, or how do we manage that?
Yeah, it's always safe to do it probably in the form of resolution.
Resolution?
We can do that. And then kind of clarify the dual office holding prohibitions that they can't run for two positions, though. They can't run for their current council position and the mayor's
Right.
position, but they do not need to resign.
Yeah, and what I was thinking of was, you have somebody that's in a odd-numbered year running for an even-numbered position. If he doesn't resign, well, he can still continue to keep his seat if he doesn't make it.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Could we get you to...
You guys are talking about, I can't hear you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wish we had the speaker system. We're talking about the rules and the procedures that we're going to have for somebody that wants to run for city council or for mayor
Mayor
of Sandy Oaks. Yes. And basically what we want to do is we want to keep it that if you have a seated councilman here that is running for another position, they don't have to resign that unless they win that other position. And the reason we want to do that is if you have two or more, you're looking at another election. It's very expensive. We can't appoint someone. Could we get you to have a resolution written up for us for the next meeting, and we can put it on the next general meeting?
Yes.
Okay, and then we could just approve it at that time? Okay. Pardon?
Put it on the agenda.
Yeah, yeah, it'll just automatically, I'll set it for the next agenda there, or let Jim know it's for the next agenda. And it would be nice to know what that date is. Okay,
need
calendar. No, I've got one here. If I can just, June, July. The second Thursday is going to be the 9th. July the 9th. Okay. Anybody else have any input on number 6, on establish our deadlines for our
But
election?
just, who's going to get the ordinance or
The
who's
resolution?
going to get it posted?
Posted?
Charlotte will get
The
it.
resolution posted?
No.
No. I'm gonna post the link to this on the website. Not this document, but,
Charlotte will prepare.
and she'll
a notice
prepare-
To be published in the newspaper
yes.
and posted here at the clubhouse.
And then when the council considers ordering the election in August, then I can get the order ready for the council to consider and ordering the election.
So at this point, we basically are going to adopt what the Secretary of State has.
Absolutely.
Exactly,
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
That's the safest way.
Deadlines.
Well,
Well,
I think as a statutory city, we're required to.
That's what I'm saying.
much of it we
It
are
is what it
required,
is.
yes.
It is what it is.
Okay,
So,
resolution coming on the 9th. And we will actually adopt
In other words, we have to go one by.
the ballot, or that will be on the August meeting, that you said we'll
Yes.
have the order that we're going to give, or our intent to give to the county, that we're going to place something on the ballot. Okay.
I don't know whether they have a 4-0 paper out of here now.
Okay, item number 7, unfinished business.
we don't need to approve these at this point.
I don't think.
No, there's nothing to approve, it's just,
The deadlines, we're pretty much approving these deadlines.
no, those are just
They
set
are
in
what they
stone.
are.
No, those are, yeah, those,
Yeah.
we're fine on those. Yeah, that's taken care of, basically. Okay, number 7, unfinished business. Instruct the city attorney to prepare for signature amended, erroneous, and unprepared resolutions, ordinances, and previously submitted, adopted, or signed, including but not limited to ordinances. And I've got a whole bunch of them listed there. Ordinances 2014-1, 2014-2, and 2014-6. Something about date and time, location of city council meetings. And then resolutions 2014-1, and that would have to do with newspaper. 2014-7, establish emergency management plan. 2014-9, adopting ESD 6. 2014-10, establishing the P.O. box. These were submitted by Tremblay and Ball. Ms. Ball or Mr. Tremblay, y'all have any comment, or you have a
I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
pretty self-explanatory?
Is there-
One question is if any of this was due to the preparation by Mr. Martinez, that we're not going to pay him for services that were
Right.
provided that were
That weren't
inaccurate
provided, that
or-
should have been provided.
Exactly. Well,
Yes.
where some of these were provided and were inaccurate, some were misspelled.
Right.
Some of them-
Is that what these are, misspellings?
No.
and wrong dates?
No. The first one, the rules of order, if I'm not mistaken, is the one that says approved by the Von Army City
Right.
Council.
Has Von Army on it instead of
Procedures
saying
for
yours.
agenda and meetings, the date, location, time of city council meetings, because we did make some changes. And the newspaper of record, of course, we've adopted Wilson County News now instead of La Prensa. We never did get them for the emergency management plan, adopting ESD 6, or the P.O. box. We never got those.
And I had talked to him about the city's file in general and getting the city's file or whatever he did have in his file. And he said he didn't think he had anything that was pending or outstanding as far as what was owed to the city. But if I get him the list, which I was going to do after this item was approved, he would see what he has, or, yeah, if we don't, if he doesn't have anything, then I guess we'll go ahead and go forward and look at
Okay.
those minutes
I
and
think if
prepare the
Charlotte
ordinances.
doesn't have them, then he doesn't have them.
Right,
Yeah, that's what, and I don't think, it didn't seem like he had turned him into the city, but
right.
Did you get a chance to look at any of those, Charlotte?
I have the whole book that I have right here. I didn't look at them individually.
Okay.
And Cassandra, you have a copy of all of these already, or?
I don't have a copy of the actual ordinances,
Okay,
but just, I got these from the website, how they were listed on the website.
okay.
So I was just gonna send him the number and the brief title.
And I think all the ones that are on the website are the actual signed versions. I try not to put them up there unless they're signed.
Okay.
Now, are all of them that are on the website, have they been published in the paper yet?
I don't
They
know
don't all have to be published, only if there's a
the
fine.
fees and, the fees and
Okay.
fines.
Guarantee, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. That saves a little bit of money.
Yeah.
All right. Do we need to have a vote to have you do that, or is that just? We
I don't-
don't.
no,
I wouldn't think
I
so.
don't think
No, we're just
Okay.
asking her to.
Just asking. Okay.
Struggle on it.
Well, I've got a good mind to pass over those next two because they're going to be lengthy.
No, they're not.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay, number 8. Discuss and consider approving timeline and procedures
pretty
for
well
adopting
set
the
out
budget for fiscal year 2015-2016. Basically, that means October the 1st of 2015 through September the 30th of 2016. I was given a proposed budget here, I think by Ms. Robb.
See, this is the 2014, 2015. We don't have one for the 2015.
Okay,
We have-
then the ones that I got off the web, or off
We have done one
the
for fiscal year
email
2000.
this evening.
Right.
Were these sent by you, Cassandra?
Timelines?
The
I
timelines?
sent the timelines from the TML's
Yeah.
website.
Oh, no, I'm talking about, there's, somebody sent me 4.
Oh, I did. I didn't realize there's two different ones there.
Just one of them we approved, the other one was
Yeah,
just the
one of
proposed
them,
one.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
The one that was approved is a $54,000 one.
okay, so none of these came from,
51.
from your office. This
No.
is all, okay.
They're passed, so we're talking about, we're in 2015, 2016, which we don't
2015,
have a budget.
Right.
We basically need to set a date for a public hearing.
Right.
Does it have to go to a public hearing to do the
Absolutely.
budget?
Budget, yes.
Okay,
Yes. And isn't there 2 public hearings related to the budget?
There's 2 public hearings related to the tax rate.
Tax
and there's
rate.
one related to the budget.
Okay.
The budget and tax rate can be adopted at the same hearing though, but they need to be very
Held separate.
distinct, yes.
Okay.
now on the tax rate, you say there has to be a public hearing on that. I was under the impression that when we set our first tax rate, that there does not have to be a public hearing on that. Is that correct?
No, because there's an increase in there's a 0 property tax rate now.
No, there is no
There
property
isn't
tax.
one at
Zero
all.
property
We
tax?
never adopted a property tax. Basically, it's 0 by default, but we did not set 0.
Okay, no, there still needs to be a public hearing. The only time there is not a public hearing is if it's a low tax level city or levy city, which is under 500,000 or 50 cents per $100.
Ours wouldn't be
which
under.
Well,
I
we're
don't
gonna
think
qualify
the
on both of
city-
them.
No, I don't think the city would meet any of those.
You sure?
Oh, no,
Y'all meet both?
We meet both.
we meet both of those. We will be under 500,000 collected, and we will be under a 50-cent
Yeah.
evaluation.
Oh, okay, I thought the mayor said that there was 94.
94 million is the assessed value.
That's the assessed value.
At the okay.
Oh, God, if we got that much money
That's why
coming
I was
in,
like,
that would be,
is a lot of money. So no, if y'all meet both those thresholds, then there's no need for a hearing, but we do need to post when the tax rate will be adopted.
Oh,
and that's
okay.
7 days before.
and,
But there is still public hearing for the tax rate, just not for the budget.
No,
No,
there
because-
will be for a budget.
The budget, yes, tax rate.
Yes, and the tax rate, no, but there still needs to be notice given when the tax rate will be adopted, and it's a 7-day notice, not
And
the 3.
the
Posted and
vibe I got from you on your email was that we have to set a budget before we set a tax rate?
Absolutely.
They can be set at the same meeting. It's just the budget is a separate motion and it goes first. And then based on what's in the budget, that's how the city determines what
The
its
tax
tax
rate
rate
is.
is.
To me, that just seems as backwards as it
No,
can
it
be.
does not.
Oh, absolutely.
It does not
How do you
seem
know what
backwards.
you can spend if you don't know how much you have
Well,
to
how
spend?
do you know what you need to collect if you don't know what your plan
Yeah,
is to
that- I
spend
don't
it?
like
That's like saying, let me make a wish list and okay, I'm
No.
gonna tax the people what I want. No, no.
That's exactly it.
No.
That's exactly it.
That may not be how we want to do it. But
No, but
gotta
that's,
do it.
Boy, I tell you what.
no, that makes more sense to me.
That's how we go.
Okay, a Democrat came up with that one.
So,
Set what you want to spend and then they'll go collect
Got to
it.
do a
we need to
budget
set a
first.
budget first.
I wish I could do that.
Well,
And we do need, it's a public hearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we need to,
now the hearing needs to occur, the posting for the hearing needs to occur 15 days.
Ye- After the proposed budget is posted.
But if we're going to hold a budget hearing, we have to post that we're going to have a hearing. I'm trying to figure out how far in advance do we have to post that in the paper?
Rate- We don't have to set the rate until.
No. We're talking about the budget
no,
hearing.
we're talking about a
I'm
budget, yeah.
saying we don't necessarily need to set the rate, so we don't need the budget until later in the summer. We don't need to do it next week.
The notice,
You have to, but you have to
Gotta
do the
do it
budget
pretty
first.
quick.
Well,
Yeah.
your time is coming short though.
Yeah, September 30th, you have to have your budget set.
We
The-
have to set
the notice is at least 10 days,
I think
no more
it's
than
10
30
days
days.
ahead.
Yes.
So we need to pick a date.
And I don't know if the council wants to consider both 8 and 9 together, items 8 and 9 together.
Yeah, well, that's basically what
Is
we're
that
doing
y'all
right
are
now,
doing?
yes.
Y'all were just discussing
Yes.
8.
Since they can be done together.
About the timeline. And the documents I gave you, it states on there, they're from TML's website, and they're the last possible date that the city has to adopt these. So we don't have to follow them. In fact, it would be better to go, if we could go before these deadlines.
What is the drop dead date that we have to have a budget set?
Well, let's do it
Well, the
before
tax
the-
rate is the 29th of September, so the budget is 28th or 29th also.
But I would,
Let's do it as soon as possible.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
I would
exactly.
recommend that we do it as soon as possible because this is gonna impact the residents. This is gonna backdate their tax collection to January this year. And that's an issue for a lot of people.
Oh, yes.
It's an issue for me.
Actually, this says last date for hearing on the budget is September 28th, and then the city should adopt the budget no later than September 29th. But if the city wants to adopt the budget at the same time as the hearing, or right after the hearing, it should be September 28th.
Or
Oh,
sooner.
Yes.
So
Yes, let's do it
we can
soon.
do a hearing, it only has to be one hearing on the budget, or does that be two?
Yes, but after the hearing, this council needs to take some sort of action that's either adopt the budget or just move it to another hearing. Or move it to another, or have another
Another
hearing
meeting.
and then adopt it.
So we could just actually go into session and adopt the budget right there at the hearing?
After the hearing, yes.
After the hearing?
Yes.
Oh, that's what we need
Yeah.
to do, exactly, yeah.
Expediency.
Yes, let's get it done and not drag our feet and bring it out to the last minute.
No, I
Thank
wouldn't
you.
recommend that.
So we're back to a date.
I'm gonna recommend that we do it on a Saturday so we can get the maximum number of our
And spend
residents.
as much time as we need on it.
And spend as much time as we need, exactly.
Well, some of these hearings need to be on weekdays.
Oh, do they?
Why?
Yes. I don't know. It's just it needs to be on a weekday. I don't know
To
if
make
it's
it difficult for those people who work on Saturday.
Maybe.
But the 11th
The 11th and
and the 15th.
the
11th is
15th.
Saturday, 15th is Wednesday.
The
Yeah.
15th, a Wednesday may pose problems for some of our council members.
Right.
How about the 11th and then on the 14th? Make it on a Tuesday night.
So July 11th.
July 11th and July 14th, we'll hold public hearings on our budget.
And they said 11th and the 14th?
Yeah, we'll hold two of them.
Well, because we're doing the tax rate and the budget together. The budget
didn't-
requires one, the tax rate
I
requires
just
two.
didn't hear it, so that's fine.
The
Yeah.
11th
Oh, tax
and
rate.
14th.
I'm sorry?
We won't have a hearing for
We're not gonna actually have a hearing on the tax rate. We'll establish a tax rate.
So we're having public, okay, so now I'm confused. I thought we only had to have one hearing for the budget.
yes.
But it has to be on a weekday. And if we want to have maximum number of people, we need to have one on a Saturday. We need to let our community.
That's
where
the
they-
11th,
That's
okay.
the
The
11th.
requirement was 2 hearings.
Well, we can do two, it's not that
Well,
hard.
No,
um,
one, yeah.
One for the budget, two for the tax rate.
But we don't need the tax rate.
Well, we don't have to have the
We don't
public
have-
hearing for the tax rate.
Got it.
And if we do things right, it's not gonna be necessary anyway.
Couldn't print out all
We
that
could
stuff.
have two, it's not.
Yeah, well, we can have two,
Do one on Saturday and one on Tuesday.
yeah.
I mean, it's
There's
not that hard.
no penalty for us doing two hearings or two public hearings on the
The
budget.
budget, no.
Okay,
Okay.
I know I saw somewhere about the
times.
weekdays, so I don't know if the Saturday would be an issue. If there's a second hearing. I'm sure the one where it is adopted probably needs to be on a weekday, I just can't remember.
We'll do that Tuesday then.
yeah, we'll do that on the Tuesday. Yeah, we can do that on the second hearing. That would be the best way to do that. 11th and 14th and then adopt.
Okay, these need to be published in the newspaper notices.
The notice needs to be published, so it's 10 days ahead of time, which would mean
Well, if
by
we get it-
July 1st.
It depends on when
Charlotte,
the,
do you know when the publication dates are for Wilson County?
But I can find out.
Okay. I mean, we have time to get it done to meet the deadline.
What time did you want to do?
Well, Saturday,
Saturday, we could probably, we wouldn't want to do 2 in the afternoon. That'd be a little warm. How about if we do 10 in the morning?
that's what I was thinking.
10 o'clock, 10 a.m. on a Saturday? Cassandra, is that an okay time with you?
Let me,
And of course, the one on the 14th, we would have to do like at a 6:30 anyway.
I would recommend a 7.
7?
Yeah, 6:30 is a stretch for a lot of people. And plus it'll be cooler in case we have to be out.
Yeah, 30 minutes makes a difference.
It does.
I
In
tell you
July.
what,
No,
we're blessed with a
July, man.
breeze tonight, let me tell you. I was worried that we were gonna have a hot and sticky meeting here. Okay. That weekday issue is sticking in your craw there, isn't it?
yeah, that's what, it may just be with regards to the tax.
Okay.
So it must,
We
I
can,
don't
Well-
think I
we
have
can
it, but-
amend that. at
Yeah,
our
if
July
if it's
meeting
an
if we
issue,
need to.
I'll look after when I get home.
Yeah, because our July meeting will be before this meeting.
Oh, well,
Yeah, our July meeting's on the 9th. That'll be before,
Yeah, we'll have a Thursday meeting on the 9th
So
and then a
if,
Saturday on the 11th.
if something happens, we can always amend.
well, yeah, you only have,
But we still got the, do we need the 10-day notice for the public hearing or?
yeah. you-
Yes.
For the budget?
Yes.
To be published, yeah.
So that means that we would end up postponing it beyond the 11th if something happened that we couldn't do it that day.
Yeah.
If we were to postpone it by the 9th. Okay.
Well, then, I'll make a motion if there's no more discussion.
Well, we just need to make sure Charlotte is, got it in notice that we need to
Yeah,
publish
10
notice in
days.
Wilson County. meeting.
Yeah.
Well, that, I was gonna put that in
Yeah,
there.
because they come out weekly and I don't remember what day of the week they come out.
It comes out on a Tuesday, right?
It comes out on Tuesday? Okay.
The Wilson County News comes out on a Tuesday.
Deadline is Monday.
So that would be June 29th.
Yeah, just get a hold of Elaine Kaloji or Kristen Weaver, and they'll be able to let you know.
Okay.
And then a proposed budget, did y'all discuss when a proposed budget needs to be filed? At least, it needs to be filed at least 30 days before the tax rate is adopted, and then 15 days before the tax hearing. So y'all should probably establish that deadline too for the mayor to,
30 days prior
before the tax rate. So if that's July 14th, it needs to be 30 days before that.
Oh, well, that's,
Well, we're
Right
already-
now.
We're right now, yeah.
Yeah.
before
You're saying that we have to,
effective.
we have to do what now?
The proposed budget needs to be filed and made available to the public at least 30 days before the tax rate is adopted.
So okay, so we can't adopt the budget and the tax rate on the same day then?
You can have the public hearings at the same time, right?
No, you can have,
We don't need public hearing for the tax.
For the tax rate, you're
you
right.
can adopt them at the same time, or same meeting, different items, but the actual proposed budget needs to be on file 30 days before the tax rate is adopted. So if,
You have to do it later.
yeah,
Not
so,
adopt the tax rate.
so that 14th
So
may be
that's
an
gonna be
issue. That means
September.
the budget would have to be on file, the proposed budget would have to be on file
And we can do it in
June
August.
14th.
That's fine. We can do it in
So
August.
August may be a,
Well,
Give
that's,
the mayor more
now
time.
we're starting to push
Now,
it.
we're getting close to the
Yeah, we
crunch
are.
time on it, yeah.
well, if we keep to the deadlines, it should be,
Yeah, August is fine. We wait till the end of September.
That's still a month.
Well, okay.
Now,
how
when you
about-
say the budget filed, what are you saying?
the proposed budget that the
What
mayor
we-
puts together and what he proposes to the council to adopt.
And when the
that
council adopts it.
Citizens have an option to discuss and make their recommendations at a public hearing.
Okay.
So it's just the proposed budget, and then after the public hearing, the council can amend that proposed budget how it sees fit, and then adopt either what was proposed or with the amendments that it discussed or
So in
whatever.
other words, we should have a proposed budget at one of our council meetings before we even go into this.
No, you don't need to have it at the council meeting, you just need to, it just needs to be on file with the city clerk, posted on the website, and made available to the public.
But now,
So
how do we get it without all of us?
the mayor is in charge of it.
And he is
Oh.
the budget officer.
He is the budget officer. All he has to do is, okay, so like if you and he got together and did a proposed budget for something, he could post it,
Yes, he does it,
And we hash it out.
and then
He
we
does
hash it
that.
out after that, okay?
exactly, after the hearing.
Well, how about if we change it then to August 1st and August 4th?
That's still.
Why
yeah, Then
August?
you're pushing it back 30 days.
Yeah, you're going the
Still
wrong
can't adopt the
direction.
tax rate till 30
Well, I mean, we're not gonna have a
days.
proposed budget by, what, the 14th?
I don't know why
No.
not.
Why not?
Of
Why
June?
couldn't we? July.
Okay, I thought you were talking about, yeah.
Well, no, I mean, we were talking about a July,
July 11th
Try 11?
and July 14th for the hearings.
so 30 days before July 11th is.
No. 30 days after that, then we can adopt the tax rate. You have to do the budget first.
Ernest,
Mm-hmm.
he's. This is his worksheet right here. I mean, he probably just gives me a column over and fill in numbers. He's
Yeah.
Pretty much got his,
Well,
so I'd say July is,
Because we have to do the budget first.
yeah, I understand we do the budget first,
So that we can do that then when we have these meetings.
but the budget that you're talking about, the mayor needs to propose a budget.
proposed
Yes.
budget to the council.
Can he do that at this public hearing? No, he has to
No,
put,
it
no,
has
it's,
to be on file already.
Yeah.
The public hearing can't occur until, on the budget, can't occur until 15 days after the budget is posted. And then another 15 days after that, or 30 days from when the proposed budget is posted, the tax rate can be filed. But the budget hearing can also happen at the time of the tax rate is adopted. So it can be more than 15 days that the budget is on file before the tax,
Okay.
or before the.
so the
budget
mayor
hearing.
needs to get a budget established,
Yes,
and then he needs to present that to us.
No.
not necessarily, it needs to be, yes, to Charlotte.
Oh, just to
Yes.
Charlotte, okay.
Filed with Charlotte,
And we can only
it's kept
And
in
it'll
her.
be
Once
posted.
Charlotte, once it's posted,
Then we have the public hearings.
15 days later.
15 days later, the hearing.
Yes,
Okay, yeah, we can,
or
we
30
can,
days later, but as long as it's more than 15 days later.
okay, yeah, we should be able to meet the,
But in that process, before we have the public hearing, we should have the opportunity to go over his proposed budget for any changes that we make.
Yes, that happens at the public hearing.
At the public hearing.
Some councils also have workshops, budget workshops, to kind of discuss it if the public is invited, and kind of hash things out before a public hearing happens. So that's an option too, depending on what the council's
I think we can
time
do
is
it
like.
at the public hearing. That's fine.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
public, oh, no, I'm all for it, yeah, do it at the public hearing, there's no sense in doing it, hiding anything, no. So I need to tell Mr. Clement to get a budget drawn up. He either can collaborate with you or he can just draw it up, one of the two, and then that has to be posted with Charlotte and then you on the website, I guess.
Yes.
And that has to be done 15 days prior to the 11th of July.
Is the 11th of July
That's the first
Budget
hearing.
hearing?
That's the first budget hearing.
First
yes.
hearing. So that needs to be in June.
That still needs to be in June. He's gonna have to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, the 20, Monday the 27th, it would have to be posted by that date.
Monday?
Well, actually Tuesday
How
would
about
be 15.
Friday the 26th?
What am I looking
I
at?
don't know.
Okay.
15 business days.
Oh, you want 15
days.
business days or
Just
calendar
15
days?
15 calendar days.
I think it's calendar days.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just 15 days.
26.
We'll say, yeah, Friday the June 26th.
Yeah, let's jump back to June. There we go. Yeah, Friday the 26th. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Well, but let's talk about that a moment, because then didn't we just discuss that the paper
Yeah,
deadline is on a Monday?
The proposed one doesn't need to be
the
posted.
deadline's on Monday.
It doesn't need to be posted in
No.
the paper, not the
No.
proposed one. We're good.
Okay.
26th of June. And then as far as the property tax rate, we could,
We can do that without a hearing.
we can do that without the hearing, but we could also do it at the same time that we approve the budget.
No.
Yes, well, same meeting.
Adopt the budget.
Yes, same meeting, different items.
Different items,
vote.
yes.
And for
Okay.
both these votes, each council member would have to vote individually.
Oh,
in
yes,
order to
yeah,
adopt it.
right, yeah, would understand that, yeah, okay. Anybody else have any questions on the, approving the budget and the tax rate, property tax rate? Okay,
Just think next year we'll know what we're doing.
you think so?
No.
It'll all change by then.
They'll change the rules by next year.
July 11th,
July the 11th will be the first public hearing, that'll be on a Saturday at 10 a.m.
fantastic.
Okay, so do we need a motion?
Yes, I would have a motion
Okay.
to adopt. I'd also include, if that Saturday is an issue,
Whoa,
So I'm going to adopt, well, we're gonna have the second meeting
have an
on,
alternate date.
and that will be the,
but that is the 14th.
Yeah.
That's our alternate date as well. Okay.
do we have anyone gonna make the motion
I'll
here?
make a motion.
Okay,
I'll make a motion that we hold a public hearing on Saturday, July 11th, and a second public hearing on Tuesday, July 14th, at 10 a.m. on the Saturday and at 7 p.m. on the Tuesday, for the purpose of public hearing for adopting a budget for the city. And instruct the city clerk to have the notice posted at the appropriate times.
we have a motion on the floor by Alderman Ball. Do we have a second on that motion?
Second.
All right, seconded by Tremblay. Do we have any further discussion on the motion? No further discussion. All those in favor? Okay, that'll be unanimous. Okay, folks, on the 11th at 10 a.m. will be our first public hearing. And Charlotte, you will get that in the paper 15 days prior to that. On their published date.
Whatever.
It may be more than 15 days for you. Okay. All right. Jumping ahead, item
I wasn't
number,
gonna go.
Is there a date the city's gonna adopt the tax rate?
well, you said that after we do this public hearing on the 11th and the 14th.
Okay, so the date will be determined later.
Once we do the public hearings on the 14th, can we adopt it right then?
No, because it needs to be 30 days before, or 30 days after.
30 days after.
The budget's filed. So if that 26th is the day he needs to file the budget, it can't be held until 30 days
So
after.
if we do it on the
26th.
14th of July,
We're out to August.
and that's going to pass up our August meeting also.
Oops.
Well, I mean, it does it by a day.
I'm talking about the 26th, so 30 days after the 26th of June.
That's the
posted.
proposed.
Yes. the
Oh,
proposed
30
budget.
days after.
30 days from that date to
Yes.
adopt, from the proposed?
30
until
days,
the
at
adopted.
least 30 days to adopt the No, from the proposed budget.
We have 30 days to adopt.
Not 30 days, at least 30 days must pass until the tax rate is adopted.
Oh,
well,
Yeah, so it
we won't
can-
have the.
So then we can easily do it at our August meeting then.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
So then we want to make a motion to, for item number 9.
And 10. Oh, no, 8 and 9.
No, we just did number 8. This was number 8. Well, that's what I was going to do, make a motion that number 9 for
Property tax rate.
adopting the property tax rate be placed on the August 13th agenda.
Okay, we have a motion by Alderman Ball for placing the property tax rate on the August 13th agenda. Do we have a second?
I'll second that one.
Okay, also seconded by Tremblay. Do we have any further discussion? Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor? Okay, also unanimous.
See, I told you that wasn't going to take
No,
long.
that was actually almost painless, okay. I hope it's that painless in January when I pay my bills. Okay. Number 11, discuss and consider an amendment to ordinance 2014-6, establishing the date, time, and location of city council meetings to provide for an alternate date, time, and location for meetings when necessary. And that was done by Alderman Ball and myself. Reason we are doing that is there is a definite issue with this building. I've been in communication with Mr. Clement, who is also the president of the Waterwood Park Property Owners Association. He says that there is insurance on the building, and he has notified them to see what can be done as far as the repair of the roof to get rid of the leaks. He doesn't know, and so I can't tell you whether or not mold is one of those things that was covered in the insurance policy. If it was not, they got a huge expense on fixing this building in there. If anybody's been inside, it's getting pretty bad. So we need to discuss establishing either an alternate location or leave it open that we can.
That we can, if need be. I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking, because the way it reads now, we must hold our meetings here, because that's the way the ordinance was written. So, but I want to make an offer that we loosen that a little bit, that, you know, it's here or it's at an alternate location as needed.
At a space available location,
Right. We need to find a space.
with cost being a factor, keeping it
Right.
minimal, because we may not be able to get a location
Right.
free of charge, so we may need the flexibility to pay some fee to use a facility somewhere, whether it be a church, a school,
Right.
cafeteria, or whatever.
Yeah, that is one of the considerations we have to come up with. There may be a fee attached to any other place that we hold a meeting at, which,
Now, what kind of flexibilities do we have to utilize funds to pay for a facility? Should this
Since
have-
we don't
I mean,
have a
should
budget.
this building not be available for our next meeting or for our public hearings, then we're gonna have to hold it somewhere. We can't keep doing this.
Well, with the upcoming budget discussions, that would be something for the council to consider. I don't know what, if the council didn't have that set aside in their past budget. Once there's a meeting place that can be established, a regular one, we can amend this past budget to see if we can move some monies around, or, you know, to apply or to have a meeting place.
So we couldn't spend monies out of the reserves or the general fund. We have to have a line item on the budget for that type of expenditure. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But all we have to do is just amend the budget.
Yes.
The existing budget.
Can we do that along with this, being that it's tied to it? Can we just add a line item into the budget for expenses to rent facilities?
The upcoming one?
No. In this,
In this meeting, can we do it along
On
with
item
this?
number
As
11.
we authorize this, as we accept this resolution.
You mean do it now?
The
Yeah.
amendment to the ordinance, because I'm saying next month, we may not be able to be sitting here.
true.
could we amend the budget today?
No, I don't think so, because it's not really provided for.
We've authorized the clerk to expend monies for the newspaper, which,
You know, it's not in the
I mean,
budget.
there's, you know,
But we discussed all those items before we approved them for payment, so.
right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Can we just authorize the clerk to make a payment for rental of the facility? We need this.
Yeah.
Or we could have a special meeting to amend the existing budget.
Our dilemma came about because we thought we were passing a tax rate that would be for an upcoming year, not for the current year. And when we decided to can that, Mr. Martinez told us to place all of the monies that we have coming in into reserve fund, and then just pay our bills as they came in out of that reserve fund. I don't know if that's kosher or not.
Yeah, no, I think you can pay out of the reserve fund. So I wouldn't discuss amending any type of budget or adding a line item to the budget today.
Right.
Just the amending the ordinance to provide for another time.
Okay, but I mean-
if something does come up and needs to be paid, and it's a bill that needs to be paid because it's a facility that we're using, that can be.
Paid for out of the reserve fund.
That's-
Okay, that's all we needed.
There you go.
Solved the problem.
And the issue with the time was, I don't know that the date is an issue. Time, I'm hearing concerns from a lot of people that 6:30 is just too early for people to make it.
We need the time to get things done.
Yeah.
Well, we originally did it at 6:30 because we had restrictions with gate access, and that limited the amount of time that we had available. But I think in hindsight, we also talked about if it says 6:30, we can start later, we just can't start earlier.
Yes.
So we have that flexibility. So I don't know that that's an issue
Yeah.
for here. I think what's more important is amending the ordinance so that we do have the flexibility.
How about if we amend the ordinance to say that we would have a start time of no earlier than 6:30? And then that would give us the flexibility, if we wanted to do one at 7 o'clock, we could do so.
You can do that. And I think, yeah.
Okay,
That would be one way to get around that one.
okay.
And as far as Thursdays, I think Thursdays have proven to be pretty good. I've got no problem with those. And as far as location,
So we just need
just amend it that
Just
we
to
could
amend
have a,
flexibility.
you know, we would hold our meetings here at the clubhouse or at,
I mean, how do we need to word that? Hold them here unless the facility is.
Not available.
Is unavailable.
Unavailable
then an
or
alternate-
not.
Then an alternate place
selected
that is
according to
available.
you
And
know, it's like tonight. It's not that it's not available. It's
Right.
just I didn't think it was.
I don't think it
It's
is
not.
either.
I
not
don't think
available.
it was safe for all of us to be sitting in there, to be honest with you. It's got a very terrible smell in there. You know, and as far as, yeah, Jim says, yeah, go use the
Yeah, I'd
building.
like to read that rental agreement, because maybe he's liable for renting the place, seeing how it's.
yeah, that's why I didn't know if the lease provided for an alternate location
No,
for
I
whoever.
think it
No.
did.
No, I don't
I'm
think it
pretty
did.
sure,
no.
yeah.
That was a joke.
No.
Sorry.
You made it funny.
He tried to anyway. Yeah, it was pretty good. So.
Okay, so we want to amend the ordinance to begin no later than 6:30,
No earlier than
or
6:30.
no earlier.
Not later than,
Yeah.
we really got.
I'm working backwards here.
Yeah.
And
At a location,
amend location, I don't think I have it with me. I mean, you're going to write the ordinance you're going to amend the ordinance for us, so I don't need to have the exact wording.
Yes.
Okay,
So just to provide for an alternate location. if-
okay.
yeah, it doesn't
This
have to be a
location is
specific
not
location. It
available.
doesn't have to be a church,
Correct.
doesn't have to be a school. It could, I mean, you know, if somebody's got a warehouse out there and they want to let us use it.
Right. Okay.
You gonna put that in the form of a motion for us?
Again?
Well, why not?
Okay, I'd like to make a motion then that we amend ordinance 2014-6 to state the time of the meeting to begin no earlier than 6:30 p.m. and to also amend the same ordinance to provide for an alternate location in the event that the Clubhouse is not available.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor by Alderman Ball. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Ortega. Do we have any further discussion? Okay, seeing there's no further discussion, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, it's unanimous. And just so that everybody in the audience can be assured, if we come up with an alternate location, we will do our best to get it published in as many different places as we can, you know, whether it be out in somebody's signs in the front yard or signs at the entrances. We'll try to
Always
let
on the
everybody-
web.
Always on the web, for those that have the web.
You need to control yourself.
So, anyway, we will do our due diligence to try to make that something other than just the screen door and the gate out here that tells us that we're going to, actually the notice has to be posted on the location we're going to have it. Is that correct?
Yes. So I would still post it here, post it at the location. and on the
So
website.
if we end up with one of these church halls or the school or something, we have to physically put the notice on the school door.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Or outside, if it's at a cafeteria, outside the cafeteria.
So if we get one of these locations, we need to make sure that the individual knows that we're going to be posting a
Right.
notice.
Right.
Okay. All right. Next one. Discuss the tax assessor collector's required documents. The Office of the Bear County Tax Assessor Collector Albert Uresti and the Bear Appraisal District Officer Mr. Minting is requesting the city's official ordinances or resolutions regarding tax exemptions and our attorney of record for the collection of delinquent taxes. That was put in there by Mayor Clement. I believe at the last meeting, that would be the special meeting we had on June 1st. We had the
I think it's already been approved.
yeah, that the deductions or exemptions have been.
I think all we're lacking is the attorney for the.
Well, did we actually pass an ordinance on that? And that's what they're looking for.
They,
We adopted.
We,
Right.
but I don't think we passed an ordinance, which is what is
they
required.
have, that makes it official, I think, for them.
They need that on file.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we need is actually an ordinance stating that we are going to use a specific law firm to collect delinquent taxes.
I think we have two different things here.
Tax rate and
No. We have to have an ordinance.
an ordinance for the exemptions.
Yes.
We've
But
already got
that's-
that.
But have we given it to the tax law, whoever's supposed to get it?
No, we haven't given it to them yet, as far as I know.
I think that's what they're,
Yeah.
There's a deadline.
yeah, that's what they need.
Needs to go forward.
I don't think we passed an ordinance.
I think all we did was just approve.
We
the
approved it, we did not pass an
Yeah.
ordinance.
Discuss
And that's not on the agenda,
action.
so I'm not quite sure how we're gonna address that.
First, where is the one that we passed? We did something on the,
It was on the 14th, because it's the one that I was not here.
okay, the 14th, yeah. Citizens to be heard. Business, discuss and consider approving exemptions on property taxes and disabilities.
All we did was
It was
just,
on a May 14th meeting, and it was item 7.
Item 7.
Appraised value of the city, 94 million, discussion of non-exemption, and gave it a motion that the residential tax be 10%.
Yeah, we didn't
So
pass- we
they
did-
were accepted, but no ordinance was
Yeah, we did not,
requested.
we did not put it in the form of an ordinance, and that was agenda item number 7 on the 14th.
Did I see how it was approved?
We approved those amounts, but we didn't pass it as an
what was
ordinance.
the amounts that were approved?
For the homestead exemption, 10%. And then the next one would be it was for either the over 65 or disabled, but not both. Exemption would be set at $3,000. And then there is an automatic exemption for military disabled. That we really don't have a choice on, it just automatically is there.
So it was 3,000, that's what I didn't know, the $3,000.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have a disability, like a social security disability or something, you can get your 3,000, but once you hit 65, you get either the over 65 or you get the disability, one of the two.
So regarding that item, can we just have the attorney prepare the resolution as stated
The
from
ordinance?
the May
From the
14th,
approval.
item 7 agenda?
Okay.
Items as stated. Prepare the resolution for signature. Is there a deadline when they need to have that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
They
there
need
is.
it, they've been waiting on it.
Yeah,
I think the email that he sent me on this was tomorrow. Minutes for the June special meeting must be approved and signed and delivered to Mr. Jaime Contreras at Bear County.
I think I've already done that.
Oh, you've already done that? Okay.
But it needs to be a resolution.
They're actually wanting,
I
not
did
a
the minutes
resolution,
is
they
what
want
I
an
did.
ordinance on
The
that.
minutes I gave him, yeah,
We
but
have
not
the
the ordinance,
minutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And was that what he needed?
He didn't say anything else.
No, I watched on the Commissioners Court hearing, when he spoke specifically about that, and they're requiring an ordinance or a resolution from us on that. And that was the day after we had our meeting, our last city council meeting.
So we can make it just a resolution.
And that was the June 1st meeting? What is on there? No, the June 1st meeting was.
No, you're right. May 14th is
It
the meeting
should
where
be
y'all
the-
talked about this.
Yeah, it should be the May 14th meeting, not the June 1st.
But I'm,
meeting.
June 2nd, it was the Commissioners Court meeting.
Yeah.
That's when he talked about it then. So they were, at that time, they were still waiting on,
Do you have the May 14th minutes, Cassandra?
I can get them from the website if they're there yet, if not.
Pass.
It should
they're right here.
It should be up in your
You should have a
packet.
package.
Or are they here? Okay.
It's agenda item 7.
Yes, okay, I have them.
Okay.
So can you maybe prepare that and email it to
Mayor Pro Tem.
Katie and he can sign it tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Has to be sent tomorrow, you said?
Yeah.
But we do need an attorney of record.
Yeah,
Offer to handle that.
no.
No.
That's not what he's looking
We want
for.
to use the same attorney that the rest of the,
It's the collection. It's the collections of delinquent taxes. That's what that's all about.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we need an attorney of record to collect delinquent taxes. And basically, my feeling on that is you want to use the same attorney that all of the other entities that are taxing us are using. Because if somebody's delinquent on one, they're delinquent on all of them. And if you sit there and get two different,
Do you have that information?
I did, and I forgot to bring the name of
Okay,
each
but you
firm.
can
It's
sign it.
Linebarger,
You can sign
Gogan.
it.
Yeah,
They're
Linebarger.
Kern
Same
County
one.
and the state of
They're-
San Antonio, a lot of the school districts.
Yeah,
so-
and that's what we
Same
need,
ones
is we
as
need
that.
a resolution. I'm on the, it was number 12 on the other, it's number 13 on this one. A resolution. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it doesn't have to be in the form of an ordinance, it can be a resolution. And it, regarding our tax exemptions and our attorney of record for the collection of delinquent taxes. And all we have to do is decide that we are going to use the county's. Am I
You
allowed to
can't
make
ma-
motions since
Can
I'm
he
running
make
this? or-
motions?
Mayor Pro Tem?
He still gets to
No.
vote?
No.
Yeah, you would vote,
Yeah, I still get to vote.
but
No,
yeah, someone else can make the motion.
okay.
I'm at my limit. Go ahead.
You made your limit?
I motion that we instruct the attorney to prepare a resolution identifying the items as listed on agenda item 7 for the May 14th meeting, listing the exemptions that we've accepted for the collection of property taxes. Also, we'll instruct her to prepare that and email that, send that to Mayor Pro Tem so that he can sign that and get it down to the tax collector tomorrow.
Now, I don't know, are we allowed, did you know if we're allowed to email that to him? Or does it have to be hand delivered, do you know?
They may accept an email.
Okay.
They usually do.
Because
If
if
it's
you
signed
email
and
me that
executed.
resolution, I can electronically sign it on my computer and
Yeah.
shoot it to him if that's.
They'll probably accept it. I think the only time they really need an original is if it's something that needs to be notarized.
Okay.
Unless they tell you otherwise. but-
Okay,
And if nothing else, you can send him the email and then follow up with the original if he needs it.
Well, because I work downtown and I can take it.
okay, well, we're gonna try it this way first. If we can do it electronically, that's a wonderful avenue to go.
And as far as the collection, attorney for
That
collection?
we adopt the
That'd be that Lineberger.
Lineberg.
Right. But I mean, that's,
Now, those will be two separate resolutions though, correct?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Right, as well as identifying, right.
Right,
Yeah, we
okay.
did that one there too.
Okay, well, Alderman Tremblay has given us two resolutions, one for the exemptions on our tax rate, and then the other one was for the attorney of record for delinquent taxes. Do we have a second on those?
I'll second.
Okay, well, we have a motion and a second on the floor. Do we have any further discussion at this time? Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor, please raise your right hand or left hand. Okay, it is unanimous. Thank you. Yeah, Cassandra, if you get those to me by email, and if you send it to the city one, that's fine, but also send it to my
Yes.
other one. Sometimes they
We'll
open,
talk.
sometimes they don't.
We'll talk about that later.
I got them all to open today. They work fine. So, just, I don't think it's the website. I think it's my computer. Okay, number 13. We're almost getting there. Discuss and consider the offer from the Bexar County Commissioners Court for the acquiring of vehicles for the City Marshal's office, submitted by Ball and Tremblay.
Well, I would like to ask Mr. Dwayne Robinson from Judge Wolf's office. He's the one that's kind of been working with us, asking how we want to handle this. So if you'd like to kind of explain what the program is, what our options are, and then we can make a decision from there.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
And I am so sorry. I did not realize you were going to speak, or I would have moved this up on the agenda for you.
It's no problem. So we attended a meeting here a few months ago, and it was brought to my attention that if we had some vehicles in our inventory that we could have them donated to the city of Sandy Oaks, and gracefully Judge Wolf and Commissioner Rodriguez agreed, and we presented a couple options to you. One would be to have the vehicles donated at no cost. The other was to point you to a source that you could buy them at a reduced rate. So I had a chance to visit with Mayor Clement a couple of times, and you all have accepted the donated vehicles. So I got an email confirmation the other day. It's going to be, one is going to be an SUV and one is going to be a truck. So the email that Mayor Clement sent me will suffice. So I'm just waiting on the next step from the county, and we'll let you know when you'll be able to get the vehicles.
Okay, perfect.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
I am sure that our newly appointed marshal will be more than happy to have one of those vehicles.
Bicycle now.
Yeah, right now he's going to be on a bicycle, right?
Somebody got a little basket.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Well, you have to put a basket on there in case he's got arrested.
Once these vehicles become our property, what kind of, for lack of a better word, amenities do they have in them? Do they still have the bar lights, any kind of radios, anything like that, or do you know?
I'll shoot up an email
Okay.
for you.
Because that'll let us know what we have to spend to bring it up to usable status. It's got to have some kind of a radio in it for county use of some sort, and it's got to have
Ford tire.
4-tire?
Some equipment can be
Inflated too, correct? Okay, all right.
Right.
Yeah, but that and the bar lights, working siren, or we have to have working siren on it, and if at all possible, the computer in the car is almost a necessity at this point in time.
Well, the other thing is we need to investigate the cost for insurance through, I guess, the TMLs, who's our
I think
insurance.
that's we're already paying for that.
Yeah, we're already,
paying for
it's
that?
already covered. As far as as far as I know, it's covered.
Perfect.
Yeah, our fleet is covered through TML.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that was my understanding. Okay. All right. Well,
Mr.
we got the
Robinson,
video.
just please express our gratitude to Judge Wolf, and I will make a phone call to him and thank him as well.
Sure. Commissioner as well.
And Commissioner Rodriguez, you are correct.
Let's not leave Chico out of this. He has to be. Yes, absolutely, because he was a part of it.
Yes, he was.
Okay, item number 14 on the agenda. Approve the minutes for the May 14th, 2015 regular city council meeting and the June 1st, 2015 special city council meeting. Have y'all had a chance to look through those? I
Yes,
know
sir.
I have. I'm happy with them.
I had one question on it, and Charlotte, I think, made the adjustment in the final version related to the valuation of the property, so I'm okay with it.
Do we have a motion to approve the minutes for the May 14th and June 1st?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, by Tomasini. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Tremblay. We have a motion and a second to accept the minutes from May 14th and June 15th. Any further discussion? All those in favor say, or raise your hand. All right, we got a unanimous again. Last item that I have on my deal here is request a motion to adjourn. Nobody wants to leave.
Motion now?
Oh, got it by Ortega.
I will second that,
And
Joel.
Ball. The others in favor say aye.
Aye, yes.
All right. Thank y'all for showing up. Anybody that decides you're going to go back in that building to help us put stuff up, I've got masks up here for y'all to wear. Please don't enter that building without one.
I'd like to stay in here, but you go ahead and turn it off now.